Here is how to 10x your productivity with ChatGPT. If you actually implement the things I'll show you, you'll be ahead of 99% of people. The first step you should do is to buy ChatGPT Plus. Trust me, it's infinitely better than the free version. This $20 investment will pay off in no time. So select GPT-4 and you're good to go. ChatGPT is great for a lot of things, but I would say its biggest strength is programming. If you have access to ChatGPT, you instantly turn into an experienced programmer, even if you know absolutely nothing. I'll give you an example that recently blew my mind. For a long time, I wanted to make my own Chrome extension, but I didn't know how. So I kept delaying it. Until one day, I asked ChatGPT how it would go about making this Chrome extension. Not only did it answer my question, but it also went right ahead and coded the entire thing. In less than 5 minutes, I have solved a problem that was bugging me for months. Crazy. But what's even crazier is that you can use ChatGPT to watch YouTube videos 5 times faster. See, the new GPT-4 model has an increased character limit, meaning you can give it way more data. Just go to YouTube, choose a video you want to watch, click on Show Transcript, copy that transcript and paste it into ChatGPT. You can have a detailed summary of a 10-minute video done in 2 minutes. Now, of course, you shouldn't do this for entertainment. You can still watch entire videos if you want to. One of the coolest things you can do with ChatGPT is to get into the minds of great people. Just ask it to act like someone famous or successful, and it will do a surprisingly good job of that. You can literally have Elon Musk giving you business advice, or have Arnold build you a custom workout plan. People don't realize how insanely valuable this feature is. Just make sure the person you're requesting is somewhat well known. That way, ChatGPT has enough data to provide you with great advice. Also, make sure to be specific. A lot of people make the mistake of asking vague and unclear questions. If you write great prompts, you will have great results with ChatGPT. But if your prompts suck, then ChatGPT will struggle to help you. The saying, ask stupid questions, get stupid answers, works beautifully here. You want to be as specific as possible. So instead of saying, create a new diet for me, you should provide it with necessary context, like your age, your height, your weight, how often you exercise. But also tell it your goals, what you want to achieve. ChatGPT doesn't know you. So if you don't tell it anything, you will get boring and mainstream advice. You have to provide context. Some other ways you can improve your prompt game are using different adjectives, asking for a list or a table, or telling ChatGPT what not to do. The better you get at prompt engineering, the more you'll get out of this AI. ChatGPT is also Excel and Google Sheet wizard. Whether it's creating complex formulas, writing custom scripts, or building creative charts, ChatGPT has got you covered. Now, of course, this works with any popular software, and you can apply the same trick with Photoshop, Premiere, PowerPoint, but for some reason I find ChatGPT especially useful when it comes to these spreadsheet apps. There is just so much stuff that you can do with sheets, and it can be hard getting the settings just right. But with ChatGPT, this is no longer an issue. Another big productivity hack is priming ChatGPT to create Stable Diffusion or Midjourney prompts. Coming up with the right image prompt can be time-consuming and sometimes even frustrating. So just outsource that to ChatGPT. Tell it exactly what you want. Give it an example of a great prompt and prepare to have your mind blown. It's wild what caliber of images these two AIs can create together. Imagine you're starting a new business. This would be a massive time and money save, since you need to create a logo, make custom graphics, get a new profile picture, a banner, you name it. Just 2 years ago, you would have to spend hundreds of dollars on graphic designers. But now you can do all of this yourself in no time and for free. Although I still recommend learning how Midjourney and Stable Diffusion work, because these two softwares are absolutely amazing. What's interesting is that almost nobody knows when to create a new thread and when to continue in an existing one. This can also be a game changer for getting top-notch results. Sometimes ChatGPT gets trapped in a limited thought pattern. In such cases, creating a new thread can help it break free from that rut. On the flip side, there are moments when sticking sticking to the same thread is the way to go. Why, you ask? Well, maintaining the existing chat allows ChatGPT to retain crucial context, enabling it to deliver more accurate and personalized responses. A simple rule you can follow is that if you see ChatGPT repeating itself, or it's obvious that it's stuck in some way, start a new chat. Otherwise, just keep talking in one chat, assuming it's about the same topic. Obviously, if you have a thread about football, but then you remember that you need to do your taxes, you should split that into two chats. Speaking of taxes, ChatGPT is great for simplifying complex legal documents. Let's face it, contracts and other legal documents are notorious for their convoluted language that leaves most of us scratching our head. But fear not, because ChatGPT is here to save the day. Instead of glancing over these confusing passages, you can unleash the power of ChatGPT to summarize and simplify them for you. Just take it one paragraph at a time and ask it to rewrite the content plain, easy to understand English or whatever language you're using. This way, you'll not only read the whole document, but you'll actually understand it. Now let's talk about something a little more exciting: money. There are a lot of ways to make money with AI, but virtually all of them are get-rich-quick schemes. The only way to make large amounts of money consistently is to develop valuable skills. And there is one skill that almost every successful person has: sales. You can practice your sales skills by role-playing with ChatGPT as a potential client. By doing this, you'll gain valuable experience in handling different types of customer interactions and objections. Plus, you can even ask ChatGPT for feedback on your responses, helping you refine your approach and become a more effective salesperson. Give it a try. The only way to get good is by putting in the hours. Are you still using Google? If so, why? ChatGPT is already better at answering most types of questions, especially the questions that have nuanced and specialized answers. Google is still great for giving you the facts and information which ChatGPT doesn't have access to. But personally, I find myself using ChatGPT more and more, while at the same time checking Google less and less. Well, to be clear, I use DuckDuckGo, but that's a topic for another day. Let's say you want to research something. With Google, you have to manually type and click everywhere. But if you give that research task to ChatGPT, it will do the work automatically for you. And this isn't just my opinion. The stock market reflects that view, with Google shares being mostly stagnant, while Microsoft shares are going to the moon. If you're not using ChatGPT to learn new things, then you're missing out. Imagine you had a private tutor that was available 24/7. Well, that's exactly what ChatGPT is. It makes learning new concepts so much easier and also much more fun. If you don't understand something, you can say, "Explain this like I'm 11," and it will do exactly that. Some other great prompts include use only simple language and use a comparison to explain this. Passively consuming content is very inefficient, but going back and forth with ChatGPT is considered active learning, and your brain loves active learning. Seriously, try it for yourself. Not only will you memorize the things better, but you'll also learn them much faster. By the way, one simple ChatGPT trick that I love is to ask it what you should ask it. Sometimes coming up with the perfect prompt is difficult, but you don't even need to do that. Just tell GPT to give you the info it needs so that the response is as good as possible. Here is a simple example. What prompt should I ask ChatGPT to give me great advice about how I could double my income? And it will tell you precisely what it wants to know. It's pretty insane if you think about it. Like, the only thing you have to do is to know what you want. As long as you know exactly what you want, you can have ChatGPT do everything else. But one thing that you should be careful with is asking ChatGPT to give you ideas. Sure, if you're stuck with something or you want help in an area that you're clueless in, then by all means use ChatGPT to give you some ideas. However, there are some things that you should still use your brain for. One great example is business ideas. You're not gonna find a unique and world-changing business idea from ChatGPT. Trust me, I tried. All of the ideas are just so boring and uncreative. Basically, if you don't care how good the idea is and you just want to solve some problem, then sure, ask ChatGPT. But if you're looking for an innovative and groundbreaking idea, then ChatGPT is not the way to go. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. Exceptional ideas are by definition exceptions. And if you're doing what everybody else is doing, like asking ChatGPT for business ideas, you can't expect a different outcome than all the other people on the site.